really bad news for education.
The far right are really dangerous, and I'm a teacher. Right. There's a lot of things wrong with that. Now, I've been a teacher for 20 years. And when I started, we were told we weren't supposed to bring politics into the classroom. We were to inform people of the facts. We weren't supposed to be indoctrinating anybody. I'm a teacher, and I think the far right is dangerous. The far right. Okay, so now she's talking about Reform and Nigel Farage. Whatever you think of him, he ain't far right, mate. This absolute wet wipe shouldn't be anywhere near a classroom for a start. All right.
The things that Nigel Farage specifically has said about education and the National Educational Union specifically that I'm part of.
If they got into power, that'd be really bad news for education. All right, so what's Reform's policies on education? So they're focused on back to basics, removing ideology from schools, providing tax relief for private education, and reforming student finance. They'd ban transgender ideology from schools because that's political ideology. It doesn't have any place in schools. It gave tax relief for independent schools, so that'd be a 20% tax relief from private school fees. Fair enough. A patriotic curriculum. Right, so they'd have a curriculum focused on British values, British history, moving away from woke and divisive historical narratives. Okay. Discipline and standards. They'd support high-intensity training camps for young offenders, and they'd try to emphasise traditional teaching methods and stricter classroom discipline. Yeah, it sounds terrible. It sounds awful so far. All right, what's next? Yeah, so he's characterised the NEU, which is the National Education Union, as a Marxist entity, which it is. We see them on marches every week. Maybe not every week, but most weeks. Because basically the NEU promotes critical race theory, this idea that teaches kids that they're basically victims or oppressors or based on their race. Yeah, it sounds terrible. Yeah, national pride. He's also frequently stated that the union is teaching kids to be ashamed of their country and their history, which they are. It's a Marxist organisation. He's criticised the NEU, yeah.
I think is really, really abhorrent.
I think you're abhorrent. Mate. Look at the state of you, you absolute wet wipe.
I hate everything that the far right stands for as well. It makes me really, really sad.
I hate everything you stand for. And not the far right, you absolute imbecile. It makes me sad that you exist.
Every single day to think of all of the absolute horrific things that they peddle and convince people are true when they're not.
What horrific things do UK communists try to convince UK voters of then? Alright, let's have a look. Let's see who's worse here. Yeah, they want to leave NATO. That's if it even exists anymore after this whole Iran debacle. This is what the Communist Party of Britain advocates. Yeah, they want to end military aid to Ukraine. They want to dismantle NATO. Oh, they want to abolish the monarchy in the state. Oh, and they want to do this whole radical economic overhaul. So they're going to seize major industries, banks, and private land. This is the UK Communist Party again. They also want to build closer relations and align with North Korea and Cuba, two horrific dictatorships who have killed millions of people. Some of my own friends are in prison in Cuba just for wanting freedom. So, what a wet wipe. That would be that's a YouTube version for it. You know what I mean? So that's the horrific arguments that she supports. What next?
I believe that refugees should have a place here for safety when they've gone through the worst imaginable things that humans could go through.
Refugees have a place here. But of the 200,000 illegal migrants that have come here in the last 5 years, how many of those do you actually think are genuine refugees? Well, she probably thinks they all are because she's an absolute simpleton. How many actually are? 5%, 2%, 1%, who knows? We don't really know. And quite frankly, even if they are genuine refugees, why is it our responsibility to take anybody in, quite frankly? Refugees should be going to the nearest country of their origin, waiting to return. This isn't. We all know that the refugee system has been taken advantage of. because these guys just want a free ride. And this woman is an absolute imbecile.
And I think that love should win over hate.
Love should win over hate. All right, case closed. Okay, guys, so this is the first this is the first Lefty Loons. We've got to take these people apart. We've got to take them to task. We've got to try and point out the facts in the argument, because their arguments have got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. So, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to be back with more Lefty Loons. And stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. All the best. This is The Human Zoo. See you down the road.